Shalom to you Akim out there. Shalom to Apostle the Elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to you Akim, preaching and teaching the truth out on the highways and byways, preaching in sincerity. You're sincere men who hope to be men of the Lord. And it's another day out here, on the highways and byways. Another day in Babylon, but let's get into some scriptures condemning this wicked ass place, America. 2018 was coined by the Apostle Tamar. It was coined by the Apostle. 1 second. Okay. To be the year of prophecy.
I'm too full, yeah.
We pray that this year is the year of prophecy. We pray that this is the end of this wicked kingdom, so-called America. You pray for America to end too?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Go. Let's go. So Esau said he prayed for the end too. That's beautiful. Yeah, because just looking at our people, they walk through and they drive past. The scriptures talk about going to the chief place of concourse, going to the gates of the noble. In this part of the city, the loop, this is really where the gates of the noble. This is where the chief place of concourse is. This is where everybody comes. Our people come. Esau comes. The shop. This is the little strip that they have, and so that's the. This is the top place to come and preach and prophesy. It's not, really isn't a place like this elsewhere in the city. But let's get into some scriptures. This is Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof, if not where and who is it? Come. Now my days are swifter than a post. They fly away. They see no good. They are passed away as the swift ships, as the eagle that hastens to the prey. If I say I will not forget my complaint, I will leave off my heaviness and comfort myself. I am afraid of all my sorrows. I know that thou wilt not hold me innocent. If I be wicked, why then labor I in vain? If I wash myself with snow water and make my hands never so clean, yet shalt thou plunge me in the ditch, and mine own clothes shall pour me. For he is not a man as I am, that I should answer him, and we should come together in judgment. Hey, that's why, when these Edomites walk down the street, you ask them a question, they're not trying to come together with you and with any kind of judgment on anything. It could be a judge, it could be a doctor, it could be a lawyer. When you come with the name of the Most High, so-called top, so-called wise men and strong men, they're supposed to come out and they're supposed to agree with you. Matter of fact, it's going to tell you that in the next chapter, in the next verse that I get to. But these people, they're not about righteous judgment. They're not about that. They're about comfort. They're about keeping their kingdom afloat and keeping you on the bottom. God. Neither is there any days man betwixt us, what's up, bro, that might lay his hand upon us both. Let him take his rod away from me, and let not his fear terrify me. Then would I speak and not fear him, but it is not so with me. God. And so, man, through this verse scripture, Job is basically complaining about that the earth is given to the hand of the wicked, just like we complain. There's nothing new under the sun. The earth is given to the hand of the wicked. That's why our people are oppressed. That's why we're getting shot down daily. The officers and police are getting away with it. That's why, they're teaching our kids the ways of this society and not the ancient ways of who we are. And that's why basically when you come out here and you read the Bible, these Edomites, they don't put up a big fight against what you're saying. Because, if somebody comes out and they're reading the Bible and they're calling you out with scriptures in the Bible that are the correct discernment of the scriptures, hey, you're supposed to be able to respond back to that. especially if you say you're a so-called Christian. Like a lot of these Edomites in the so-called Bible Belt, they swear up and down that they're good, holy Christians. And, it's the classic Edomite answer. Some of my best friends are black. That how that goes. But then if you've ever seen the nigga they talking about, he don't have no kind of spirit on. That nigga's in a damn sunken place. The dude that they're talking about. Yeah, that's what we got to deal with, man. The scriptures say when you're put in a lower estate, basically, be patient when you're put in a lower estate. That's a large part of life. You go through tribulation. The apostles talked about, you get put in the ring, you gotta keep your hands up, you gotta box. And the Lord puts you through tests, He puts you through situations, He puts you through different things. And you gotta keep the scriptures first, because it's a test. It's a test. Certain men, are gonna be put through the fire of adversity. We gotta drink of the cup, and especially if you're praying for wisdom, the Lord's gonna put you through something to give you that wisdom to understand exactly, what is what. He's gonna give you that wisdom for that situation. But going back into the scriptures, I don't want to over talk the scriptures. Another thing too is the men of the Lord, gotta get you a 1611 King James Bible. You gotta learn how to read different, it's got different Roman numerals in it. God, this is Psalms 51. Skip to verse 2. Wash me thoroughly from mine iniquity and cleanse me from my sin, for I acknowledge my transgressions, and my sin is ever before me. And my sin is ever before me. Against thee only have I sinned and done this evil in thy sight, that thou mightest be justified when thou speakest, and be clear when thou judgest. Behold, I was shapen in iniquity, and in sin did my mother conceive me. Selah. Behold, thou desirest truth in the inward parts, and in the hidden part thou shalt make me to know what wisdom. That's right. And that's what we strive to know, wisdom. Because the Lord is going to make us rulers over the whole, every nation over the earth. Only the nation of Israel. And the Israelites scattered in the four corners of the earth too. Purge me with hyssop, and I shall be clean. Wash me, and I shall be whiter than snow. Make me to hear joy and gladness, that my bones which thou hast broken may rejoice. Hide thy face from my sins and blot out mine iniquities. Create in me a clean heart, O Most High, and renew a right spirit within me. Restore unto me the joy of thy salvation, and uphold me with thy free spirit. Then will I teach transgressors thy ways, and sinners shall be conquered unto thee. Salaki, and sinners shall be converted unto thee. Deliver me from blood guiltiness, O Most High, thou God of my salvation, and my tongue shall sing aloud of thy righteousness. That's right, and that's what we do. I go to the highways and byways, and we talk of the righteousness of the Most High God, who delivered us out of the hands of the Assyrians. He delivered us out of the hands of the Babylonians. He delivered us out of the hands of the Egyptians. He delivered us out of the hands of the Romans. He delivered us out of the hands of the damn, what am I trying to say? The Medo-Persian Empire. He delivered us out of the hands of the so-called Assyrians. He delivered us out of the hands of the so-called Greek Empire, which this is just the reincarnation of the Greek Roman Empire. You got Greeks and Romans walking around. And what do they have on? North Face jackets. they want to be the North Face. Another thing, you really gotta pray up every day. Pray. Keep praying. Keep the prayers up. And you want to pray to keep that Holy Spirit in you. Because at times, it might look like, hey, sometimes the Lord will have you in certain situations and everything will look off, everything will look down. It'll look like the walls are closing in, but really, the Spirit of the Lord is testing you and trying you out because they're about to make some changes, And certainly in this year, 2017, a couple months down, you got the Passover coming up. And just like brothers say, during the Passover, you have certain things that certain information that comes out. And certain changes that come, certain huge changes that come and go about. But, getting into Jeremiah 51, thus saith the Lord, behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me a destroying wind. That's going to be that nuclear wind. And will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her and shall empty her land. But in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about. That's right. Every nation is going to be against Babylon in that day. Every nation is going to be against America. Against him that bendeth, let the archer bend his bow, and against him that lifteth himself up in his brigandine, and spare ye not her young men, destroy ye utterly all her hosts. Thus the slain shall fall in the land of the Chaldeans, and they that are thrust through in her streets. For Israel hath not been forsaken, nor Judah of his power, of the Lord of hosts. Though their land was filled with sin against the holy ones of Israel, flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. And that's what's happening with America. America has made every nation in the world drunken. Every nation has been drunken with the same power from America. That's why everything, every little American, the American way, the American style, proud-ass American spirit, the wickedness of America has polluted the whole earth. Everybody wants to dress like America. Everybody wants to come in America, right? It's like you had to play, I want to live in America, so-called. What's up, Chief? You're an Israelite, right?
I know.
All right, baby. All right. Yeah, everybody wants to be down with America. But America is the most wicked-ass kingdom on this earth, man. America was formed on bloodshed and violence. And to this day, they got bloodshed and violence. The women of America, they push all this bullshit. What's this shit called? Sex in the City, and they push this slut culture. They push drug culture. Lean sipping, pill popping. They just got the new marijuana laws passed in what's that? It's different states. I don't know the specifics of it, but there's different states that they got the marijuana laws passed. You drive around, these niggas is high out of their fucking mind. And then, when you have the nerve and the balls to speak up on it, these people have a problem with you, like you're the fucking issue about it. But you got, even in traffic, you got these people, driving is a simple thing. They cutting you off. They got all kind of demons and spirits on them. Hey, America is a wicked place, and it's gonna soon be destroyed. And if you're a black, Native American, or Latino through your father's lineage, you're an Israelite. You need to come back to your power, come back to your forefathers, and come back to it.
Alright, so
but like I was saying, man, America is wicked, man. Everything they do What's up, man?
I'm just like, you mind if I listen to a little
Oh,
bit?
you can listen, man. You can listen. You agree with that? You think America's a righteous place, a righteous country?
I don't know. There's some fucked things about it.
It is, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
fucked up here, isn't it?
Yeah, dude. There's some real fucked up things.
I agree with you, man. That's smart, yeah.
That's a word.
Hey, oh yeah, I will, man. Yeah, America's a fucked up place, man. That's why, that's why everything, us as so-called black Jakes do, we put our zeal into it, but at the end of the day, the so-called Edomites, so-called white man, that was a white man who just agreed with me, they still own your ass. They own everything you do. They own the NBA, they own the NFL. They're not gonna negotiate, they're not gonna, like with the Colin Kaepernick thing, which that was some other shit, but they're not gonna negotiate, they're not gonna back down and give in. They're not gonna stop. You got all kind of spirits out here just walking around. In the ancient world, if you had spirits and psychos like that, we just, you just deal with them. They would just kick them off to the side or whatever. But as far as America, that's why so-called Israelite man, so-called black, Latino, Native American man, we don't own shit in this country because we were kept out of it. We were kept out of certain neighborhoods through redlining and government laws and different things like that. We were kept out of certain businesses. They would isolate us. They didn't want to pay us to do the same job as these Edomites. When we came into the jobs, we start getting into them. These Edomites, they'll form a little union and then not include you, just like down here, Anheuser-Busch. Now the dude Augustus Bush, one of the most, racist ass people in history. And when they had jobs at Anheuser-Busch, they wouldn't let black people do any of the stuff that you get paid to do for real. They kept us as the low-level maintenance workers. They never let us, they never put us into the money. And these Edomites, they walk around proud like they've really done some righteous shit, but all they did was steal from us. They stole from the Native Americans. Everything they did was steal. And all that, as far as Anheuser-Busch, that shit is terrible anyway. I wouldn't drink that shit on my worst day. I mean, if you gotta drink it, you gotta drink it, but it's far, and that's just one company. It's thousands and thousands of companies and corporations. And when you do your history on some of these larger corporations, their history goes back to what? Slave labor. That's how they did it. Because these lower level Edomites, they